Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the Horror Show host. And today I'm going to be talking about VHS 2. Now I recently, like yesterday, reviewed VHS, and that's a great anthology horror movie. And something I think I forgot to mention was that I'm not really even a huge horror or any kind of movie anthology person to begin with. I'm not a huge fan of it. So seeing these movies and loving them as much as I do says something about the quality of them. Now, VHS 2, in my opinion, and a lot of others, is leagues better than VHS 1, which VHS 1 in and of itself is a great horror anthology. This movie just takes everything from the first one and amps it up to 11. So, there's just so much going on in this anthology. There's only 4 segments. I thought there was 5, but then I watched it again. I'm trying to remember who directed which, but I know who directed one of them. Let's dig right into the anthologies. The first one is about an eye surgery that hasn't really been approved. It's still in the testing phases, but this guy wants to get it done because he had a car accident and he wanted to get his vision back. So they implant this faux eye, and he starts seeing dead people. So that's creepy enough, but on top of that, he meets this girl who saw him at the hospital, and she's like, I have information. You're gonna want to not interact with these ghosts, or else you'll be absolutely fucked. And what does he do? Oh, what's under this sheet? Oh, ghost! It's a very effective first short, but it's not my favorite. It's probably my least favorite, actually. It's got some cool stuff going for it, though. The idea of having an implant in the eye is about as interesting as the camera and the glasses in the first one, but that's probably more of a cool idea. This is more sci-fi almost, with paranormal inputs. So yeah. The next one was a zombie one, which was just amazing. They managed to cram in like 15 minutes what most zombie films failed to cram in an hour and a half. Tons of gore, tons of zombies, tons of carnage, but even hints of humanity. And the zombies being like, oh, I don't want to be like the undead and eating people for the rest of my life. They don't talk, but it conveys it very well. And the sound effects the zombies make, hilarious. Or I love when they're biting someone and they're like, it's like, does it taste good? You liking that? It's a good forearm. It's got muscle. Yeah, might be a little tender. Then there's the third segment, which is mine and my brother's favorite. Now, my dad's favorite was the second segment. Now, yeah, we watched this. This was a family night movie, and we all watched it, and we were like, I have seen this before. So was my brother, but my parents had him. The third segment is mine and my brother's favorite. That third segment, Safe Haven. Whoa. Now, the last segment, the zombie one, was directed by the guy who did the Blair Witch Project, Eduardo Sanchez. I am not quite sure who directed the third one. It might have been the guy who directed The Raid. I might be wrong on that, though. But Safe Haven is the longest segment, I believe. It's about 30 minutes, if I were to guess. But they managed to cram so much into it. You get characters you care about, stuff that happens that's like interesting, like, oh, they're interviewing this cult, which never goes well. By the end, you're just left with your mouth agape. I didn't expect it the first time I watched it, but after watching it this time, you can see the hints, like, oh, well, yeah, now I know what's coming out, what's gonna happen. But what happens is something you wouldn't expect. Like, even if you saw the signs, you're like, oh, so it's just gonna be some demon spawn, but no. It's more than that. It's bigger. It's probably the best segment out of any VHS movie, to be honest. It's insane. Messed up, that's for sure. The sound design in this one is also really good. That's the thing about this one, that the sound design is amazing. And the last segment is probably my second favorite. It's an alien abduction one, and I loved it. At first, you're like, oh, these kids are jerk-offs. They're a bunch of freaking punks. Then the aliens come. Wow. And it's all told from the camera's point of view on top of a dog. Which is sad enough. The dog's witnessing all this stuff happening. It happens so fast. You're like, oh, these characters who are just, they're just instigators. And you want their comeuppance, but when it happens, you're like, oh no, they got her. Oh no, they got him. It happens in like 20 minutes. So, and the alien design is really cool. It's like a 1950s and prior to that kind of design where they had like the big bodies with the white figure with the black eyes, but they're more lanky. Very lanky, which I liked. And the sound effects, like the siren sound, not just the sirens from the ship, but the sirens they create out of their mouths. Like, oh, the police are here, let's go. Holy shit, that wasn't the police. That was the aliens. They were making that sound just to draw them out. Overall, this is a great movie. I think it ran just long enough. It's about 96 minutes. I thought it was 106, but it's not. So it makes more sense. I was like, how is it 106 minutes? But yeah, 96 minutes of just plain insanity. I highly recommend this movie to any horror fan or even anthology fan, or fans of the VHS era, which not all the things are filmed on VHS. I don't think any of them are filmed on VHS. It's kind of weird. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, the Horror Show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and restriction and monetary support. If you want to support the channel through PayPal, it's horrorshow37@gmail.com. I greatly appreciate that too. But if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always, subscribe.